I used to think there is something wrong with me. It felt like I couldn't handle life the way other people do, and it made me feel ashamed. I thought I was weak. Turns out none of that was true. I was just stuck in survival mode, and I didn't even realize that. So, in this video, I want to share 5 signs that you might be in survival mode and what helped me to get out of this. You feel like everything is a threat. This was one of the biggest signs for me, and I didn't even know that. In the past 3 years, for almost every day, I didn't feel safe in my own body. Obviously, I was living in a safe, civilized environment, but for some reason, it just felt like I was always under attack. Someone would text me and I would immediately assume something is wrong. I would walk into a room and my body would automatically feel tense up. And I have this massive need to rush everything, every single thing that I do. Things that are not important, things I can just do it slowly, think I can just do it in a relaxed mode, but I just couldn't. It felt like I was running away from something. Because of all of this, I had this need to control everything. I had this need to plan everything. And when there is a slight tiny change of plan, of my normal routine, it felt like a catastrophe. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of night, scared. Looking back, I realized I was unconsciously looking for threats everywhere. All of this was happening because my nervous system was stuck in survival mode. It is on high alert 24/7. It is constantly scanning for threats even when there is no real danger. It is interpreting everything as a perceived threat. You are always tired, even without doing that much. This is that deep exhaustion that you feel, which your sleep cannot fix. You wake up tired, you go to bed tired. Even when you sleep like 10, 12 hours, you still feel tired. You always feel drained and depleted. And the frustrating part is, you can't even logically explain to yourself that why you are experiencing that way. What is happening is that your body or your nervous system thinks you are in crisis. So even though when you're watching TV or doing nothing, whatever, it is constantly burning energy like you are running away from a bear. It is just preparing to fight at any moment. Your muscles are tense. Your heart rate is a little bit more elevated. Your brain is on high alert. You might look like you are relaxing, but your body is working overtime. You are zoned out and cannot focus. You may experience symptoms like brain fog, memory issues, difficulty focusing. You may read the same sentence 5 times and still don't understand what that is. Maybe you walk into a room and you don't even know why you walked into that room. When you are talking with people, you don't even hear properly what the other person is talking. No matter how hard you try, you just cannot focus. All of this is happening because your brain thinks it is protecting you. When you're in this survival mode for so long, your brain starts to shut down non-essential things to conserve energy. All this focusing, this creative work, all these things are not important. The sole purpose of your nervous system at this moment is survival. So everything else just put on hold. You either overreact or feel emotionally numb. This was one of the most confusing things for me. At times, I would get angry over the smallest things possible. Someone would say something just normal, neutral things I should not get angry about. But I got angry and I couldn't control myself. I would just snap for no reason. But on other times, I just feel completely disconnected. It felt numb, empty, and all blank. It was almost as if I was watching my life from behind the glass. I couldn't feel joy, I couldn't feel sadness, and I could not connect to people properly. Someone would say good things or good news, and I was like, okay, whatever. When there is bad news, I don't feel anything as well. It was almost depressing and nihilistic. What is happening is that when you're in this survival mode for too long, the nervous system gets dysregulated. It is either on this overdrive fight or flight state or this freeze shutdown completely numb state. You procrastinate and avoid basic routines. This is when the simplest tasks feel impossible. Taking a shower will feel like you are climbing a mountain. Answering calls feels overwhelming. You may avoid your meals. You stop doing your basic self care routine. Deep down, you know you should be doing things, but you just couldn't bring yourself to do things. You may feel guilty and ashamed for not being able to carry out adult responsibilities, but you don't have to feel that way. It is not your fault. When your nervous system thinks you are in danger, it doesn't care about these things. It only cares about survival. This self-care require feeling safety enough to think about tomorrow. Maintaining routines requires some sense of stability, but your body thinks you are in crisis. So these things are not just going to be your priorities. You're probably sitting there and thinking, okay, I am in survival mode. What am I supposed to do? You may have noticed at this point, all of these things are happening because your nervous system is dysregulated and sensitive. That is why it is reacting to everything as a perceived threat. It associates survival mode with safety because that's what it feels familiar, even though it is painful. To reverse this, you have to bring your attention back to your body. You have to allow emotions and sensation to surface without running away from them. You have to let your nervous system to process all the things that you've been running away from, all the things that you've been holding on to. You should not suppress any of the negative emotions that you are feeling right now. You have to allow yourself to feel all of those. Reconnecting with your body by allowing yourself to feel the physical sensations and re-establishing safety in your body by being in present moment is the foundation of this cure. And I already made an in-depth video on how to do this, so check out this video.